The history of our social welfare programs. Some of the things that you will learn with the social welfare programs is there's a variety of things that can happen when you get older or you are disabled. Some of the things are then when you get older, 60 or above, there is called the residential care services. With the residential services, it is more of like a retirement community where you're still capable of taking care of yourselves and you have the capabilities to do so and you want to. However, due to maybe your age or some limitations you may have, you also can be supervised, but you still have the comforts of doing things on your own so that you're not completely dependent on other people. Now, this is a good service that we do have available. Now, with these services, it may just be assisted living center, or you may just need someone to help you go grocery shopping. Or you just may need someone to take you back and forth to the doctors. Some simple things that maybe your family doesn't have time to do with work and day-to-day life so that you can still be dependent and stay in routine of your life. Just because you're older doesn't mean you have to be dependent upon other people. You can try to do things on your own, and this way you don't feel as though you're a burden to people, even though they may think you're not. Sometimes you just feel like you are. Now, some other services that we have are institutional services. Now, with the institutional services, they're more restricted. They have nurses and therapists on staff, as well as nutritionists. It's more so by companies, such as maybe Highmark or UPMC, and a lot of the times they're not so comfortable because a lot of the times it is very understaffed and overworked, and the nurses aren't appreciated at all. Sometimes some things just happen, and if you're lucky, that's a good home. There's some severe cases that, because of the overstaffed, that some people get neglected or even abused, and this is terribly wrong. Now, if there's going to be systems where you're not able to do things on your own and you are dependent to be in an institution, then they should be more monitored more closely through the government, because no one wants to be abused. Just because you get older or you have a disability doesn't mean that you're not human. And yes, everyone has their good days and their bad days. But if you're overworked and understaffed, that happens way too much. And with this, there's so many things that a social worker can help you with. Whether you're in a residential or an institution, there's so many services that you may not be aware of. And when you're not aware of the services, sometimes it's up to someone to say, hey, I know this service, maybe it can help you. And sometimes you just need to go to someone and ask, hey, is there someone that can help me with this? And you have to make sure that your doctor is fully aware of your capabilities and non-capabilities. Because if you don't ask for help, then you're not going to receive the proper help or the proper services. Now, with the proper help and the proper services, life would be so much easier. And that is the job of the social worker to do, to make sure that you are happy, healthy, and comfortable, and make sure you're out of danger. And if the social worker or your doctor is thinking, oh, they're completely capable of living on their own, accidents sometimes happen where you may think you turned off the stove and didn't. You have to make sure that you are completely capable of living on your own, which is some things that people don't want to admit, no matter what their age are, no matter what their age is. Now, my belief on this is social work is good. The institutional, it needs to be monitored a little bit better, because there needs to be recommendations on the amount of hours and amount of staff that is on duty at all times. It'll lead to far less abuse and neglect, which is in the best interest of everyone. And the residential is a great idea. I've known so many people that's benefited from it, and it actually gives their family members a little break from time to time. So it is a very good service to have. Now, just remember, the best way to help you decide which services would be better for you is always to talk to someone. And stay safe and have a nice day.